Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. Yes, indeed. And I would have shown off my other Hamatrons because I have my other Hamatrons, but they're sleeping. She was the only one awake, so because she's the only one awake, well, it's her day in the barrel, isn't it? So she's a cutie, an absolute little sweetheart, but she wants to go back into her nest, so I'm going to put her back in her nest. There we go, thank you. All my other hamsters are still alive and still sleeping, or at least are hard to get to. Little Dust Mop, of course, on the far side of his cage and sleeping. Little Saber, far side of her cage, her home, and sleeping. And way over there, Dr. Snurf, well, he's against the wall, sleeping. And Thigmo, I really don't want to bother him. Bother him as little as possible so that I don't stress him out and increase the speed of his decline. Because I really don't expect for him to be with us too much longer. He's not going to die this week. He's not going to die probably this month. He's still active, and he eats and he drinks and he runs around and he does hamster stuff. He's just getting thin. Thin. Thumbs up. Now, I don't really have a ton to talk about here. I mean, I didn't go walkies last night, and it's not a good feeling. I don't like not going walkies, but I had so much stuff done, and I was trying to get videos done for today, because yesterday, Russian Timing and I tried to get together to record some Astroneer, and the internet was not having it at all. We connect for voice through Discord, and then, you connect and play with your game. And it wasn't on our side because he was closing down everything and it wasn't working. And I barely had anything running and it wasn't working. Just, he sounded like a drunk robot. Everything was very metallic and really slow when it came through. And half the time his character would just stop and freeze and I couldn't hear anything. So at noon we tried, it didn't work. Then later on we tried again, like 2 hours later. The internet was just not having any of it. I have Comcast, he has Spectrum, and Comcast oversells and sucks. And so, yay. So we're going to try again today if things work out well. Now, one of the things I wanted to mention, I've talked before about how I believe, and my therapist believes, that I have untreated ADHD. One of the reasons I believe that is I take caffeine. Now, I have read, and other people have said, and even my therapist says, because going through the rest of the symptoms of it, I got them. But I take 200 milligram caffeine tablets periodically. You'd think, because the maximum that you should take in a day is 400 milligrams. This is 200, half of that you should take in a day. Maximum amount for an average human being. You know what happens when I take this? Yesterday when I took this, I fell asleep. Yep, fell asleep in my chair. Not about 5 hours after taking it. Some people, a single cup of coffee after noon, and they can't sleep that night over 12 hours later. I take 200 milligram capsules, and I fall asleep because it makes my brain work properly so I can sleep. So yeah, like I say, I believe I do have untreated ADHD because I have, like I say, a lot of the other symptoms. So, joy. Also talking with somebody else, well, I shouldn't put that there. Not if I want to be tidy and all that. I'll put that over there. I believe I also am having visual migraines. Talking with somebody on Facebook, how they have visual migraines. And occasionally when I'm out walking, I will have things like parts of my vision are pixelated. Like I'll be looking at something on a wall or on the floor and it's literally pixelated. There's large pixels. Or I'll see what's like a cheese grater held in front of my eyes. And it's not like right here and then I'm looking through it. No, it's right here. so I can see around it, and then there's just this block of visual disturbance for a time. And then if I'm walking past bushes or such like that, I'll have visual tearing on the speed lines of the bushes as they go past the peripherals of my vision, and it hurts. Not physically hurts, it's just disturbing to see. Apparently this is like visual migraines. Thumbs up. I used to have real migraines, but I got sober in the year 2000, and since then my migraines have gone like this, whoosh, and now I occasionally get them every once in a while. I used to have panic attacks, got sober, no more panic attacks. In fact, my anxiety, excuse me, caffeinated beverage, CO2 escaping from my body cavities. But it's, oh God, I can't even remember what I was talking about because of that burp. But it's just joyous. Well, on that though, I did want to talk about some of because I have occasional new people and I lose others, and just to help remind with my cosmic horror pantheon, because I wanted to do some talking about that. Just in real rough terms, is a real quick thing with the cosmic horror pantheon and the fiction stuff I'm working out for it. Our universe is just one small part of a multiverse. And this multiverse that is ours, and there are many of them, under 100, but they have to be radically different, because otherwise everything that could happen in a different multiverse could happen in this one. And if that could be, then why would the universe split to make two, the multiverse? So each multiverse is radically different from any of the others. Otherwise it wouldn't split, it would just stay and mutate as it was. But inside of our multiverse, there was a race of beings that created an infinite city in the center of the multiverse. And yes, an infinite city. They had the power, the math, the skills, the technical know-how, and all that to create a city of literal infinite size in the center of the multiverse. It goes forever in each of the four cardinal directions. It goes forever upwards in the skyscrapers and all that. It goes forever downward into the ground. There is no end. It is literally an infinite city. And these people had the ability to not only create it with infinite space, infinite resources, infinite everything. They were able to people it fully with an infinite number of their own citizens. And when they detected Amaterasu, the destroyer, coming in their direction, the main person of the cosmic horror pantheon, they had a choice: evacuate or fight. In our multiverse, they evacuated. And they had the power and the people and the ability that they were able to safely and effectively evacuate an infinite number of people out of an infinite space. And they did it. So by the time Amaterasu got to the infinite city, it was abandoned entirely. She, once there, she had 12 children, live birthed. Everything else is just eggs. Now she is the Gakira. These are the Angakira, her 12 children. They are all bizarre, odd, and strange. I mean, there's like Erogots, who's effectively a gigantic obese spider. There's Jimare, who's like a fungal being. There's Gotsi-Ray, who's a weird space creature. They're all different, and among a multiverse with an infinite number of universes, there is one Gakira. There are only 12. 12. That's 13. 12 of her children in an infinite number of universes. Inside of the multiverse, there are only the 13 of them. These are the cosmic horror pantheon. The multiverse itself, there are 4 zones of the multiverse. There is the Ungara, and then outside that, the Ungare. Out past that, the Ungadan, a thin layer of the Ungari, and then the Ungara. Now, the Ungara is the center of the multiverse, with all sorts of universes there that are incredibly powerful universes, where these cosmic horror pantheons can walk on the surface of these planets and worlds and universes like we walk on our planet. Then in the Ungare, that's where it's between them and between where we are in the Ungaden. So it's still powerful, but when the cosmic horror people walk on these worlds, reality creaks and bends a bit and just groans under the weight and heat. They can do it, but it's reality is complaining. We live in the Ungaden, what is called the cold and dark. There are only 2 of the 12 children that are really interested in it and come here. That is Gotzi Ray, because he does not like normal matter. And there is Haki, who spends his time in Dream, which is way out where we are. Everybody else doesn't care. It's the cold and dark. Erogots and Jimare are very curious. So Erogots has webs going out through the entirety of the multiverse, and just gathering information from everywhere and hoarding it. Jimare has mycelium going everywhere because he's trapped, he can't move, and so sends out this stuff to get information. Oh, the other, what would it be, 8 cosmic pantheon things, they just don't care. It's the cold and dark. They spend their time in the Ungara and the Ungare. Out in the Ungaden, if they came out and tried to enter one of our universes, the heat and pressure, our universe would instantly flash melt into just a sea of quarks. And then the quarks would burn. And then the ashes of those would burn until there was nothing left. They can't come here. Now the difference, well, there's also the Ungari, which is so cold that if we tried to enter one of their universes, their universes would burn just as badly as when the cosmic horror things tried to enter ours. They're so close to the void, so thin. Now, if one of the us tried to go like to the Ungare universes, it's too real, too much. We would sicken because reality itself isn't radioactive, but is just too real. There's too much. We would sicken from too much. And if someone from the Ungare came to one of the Ungaden universes, they too would sicken. Because they would be like a plant that needs sun brought inside and stuck inside of a garage with no light. They would sicken and die. Just as we, like night fungus, would burn in theirs. So, we've got all this stuff. Now let's take a look at here, just to make sure on other things. Now, dream, of course. Dream is something for us out on the outer edges of reality. Our minds leave our bodies quantumly and enter dream when we enter the REM sleep. It is a non-physical place, but still a place, and it's roughly alive. Haki, one of the cosmic horrors, is very interested in this place, spends most of its time in dream, feels very affectionate towards all of the characters, us, who dream every night. Very interested, doesn't care about its siblings, doesn't care about the rest of the universe. It is fascinated by and loves the Dreymans, which is dream. D-R-E-Y-M, dream. And we're the dreamers. Thumbs up for that. But when Haki goes into dream, it's like it's in a deep sea undersuit with just one claw appendage, and it has no interest really in causing harm because it just watches and it's interested, and it's fascinated. And of course, Gachi Ray just spends its time out in the Ungabe, which is just that thin film that separates all of the universes. So it moves around in that because it doesn't like gravity wells or normal matter. And of course, the Ungabe has its own ecosystem with creatures, places, situations, and stuff, so thumbs up for that. Oh, hokey smokes. I have opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. Thank you very much for having taken the time, expended the calories, and left me a comment. I'm not reading. See where my brain is? It hurts sometimes. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that. And of course, it is arranged because even though I count American Sign Language with my brain, I'm lucky I can remember anything at all. Excuse me, good Lord. So, let me open up my Chrome and get to thanking people. I did open it up, didn't I? Yes, we did. Alex Coria, thank you very, very much. And Russian Timing, thank you. We have Denial, greatly appreciated. Good to see you. Eric A4, thumbs up and thank you. Hunter N, greatly appreciated. The Sane One, thumbs up and thank you. Obed Jamie, greatly appreciated. I am Brother's Keeper. Heck of a name. Confused Owl 29, good to see you in the comments. As always, please stay forever. Brutish Wing 2.0, thumbs up and thank you for watching. MXDER8, thumbs up and thank you. Bailey Snyder, greatly appreciated. And Big Mo is such a wonderful little guy. He's still with us and he's going to be with us for a time, but hokey smokes. Kathy Kitscat, good to see you. We have Jack David, greatly appreciated. And I don't know who I'm voting for. I do know it's going to be blue no matter who. Nighthawk, thumbs up and thank you for the information. Colin Reisenauer, thumbs up. Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated. Vulcus, thumbs up. And Nathan Mulvena, greatly appreciated. Lamb Sauce, thumbs up and thank you. Ron James, greatly appreciated. Alex S. Elia R. Air. It's A with a symbol and then HR. Madeline Sellers, greatly appreciated. Adrian Bryan, good to see you in the comments. And last but not least, Lyle Chipperson, thumbs up and thank you so very much. You get me out of my head into the world dealing with real people. It is appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up and thank you so very much. If you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you wanted to help support me but didn't want to send money to one of those two, I have a PayPal link down below. If you could check that out, that would be very cool. If you wanted to help support me but didn't want to send money at all, I have an Amazon wish list link down below. If you could check that out too. It has things like hamster food, cat food, hamster bedding, silly things, not silly things. If you could check it out, that would be very cool and greatly appreciated. I do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I got from my assistance. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell. That would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. Thumbs up for that. So anyway though, I have this video, I have another video I need to edit and render, I have something I need to record, edit and render at noon. Russian Timing and I are going to try and get together to record some Astroneer. I want to do more of this with more people so I can get out of here and into the world. Definitely a good thing. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. Definitely a thumbs up. Now I have to coordinate turning off the recording on my PlayStation 4 with the thing here. So take care. Have a great day, and I will see you on the flip side.